So, meal prepping is not just for people trying to reach their fitness goals. Meal prepping helps you, make healthier choices. The reality is, when your food is not prepped ahead of time, and easy accessible for you, it does make it harder for us to make healthier choices, especially when we're hungry or we're on the go or we're running around. Everybody's life is so busy. And the reality is we make poor choices when it is so busy. Why? Because we're on the go, we're busy. Why not just stop at McDonald's, to get this? Or why not just go to Wendy's, because then we don't have to cook when we go home because we've been so tired from working all day. So these things happen. So the best thing to do is, when you meal prep, at least you can eat healthier foods every single day, right? It's not something just for someone trying to reach their fitness goals. Yes, it is a lot of work, but it's still easy. And if you are someone that can eat the same thing every single day, which I know a lot of people can, it's even easier because you're just making big batches of the same thing and then putting them in containers. If you're someone like me and likes to change it up and likes different seasonings and can't eat the same exact thing every single day, then it is a little bit more work, but only because you're changing your recipe, right? It's not because of anything else. It's literally because, okay, you have to now use this seasoning and this meat and these veggies. That's all. So the reality is, you guys all want to meal prep because it will help you make healthier choices. Remember, it's not the end of the world if you guys stop at McDonald's or Wendy's. It's not. It's everything in moderation, right? Things happen. Life happens, We do have to stop off sometimes and eat. You can maybe make a healthier choice and maybe get a pita or something, but so be it. If it happens, it happens. What we're trying to do and what the goal is, trying to get us into better habits so we don't eat as bad and we make healthier choices. Another tip when you guys are meal prepping, guys, is if you live with someone that is capable of cooking or cleaning or doing dishes, whatever, get them to help you. It's actually so much fun when someone helps you. And it gets done so much quicker. I always plan with my husband and we figure out which day we're gonna meal prep. Usually it's either Sunday or Monday. And we just figure out who's doing what. I'm the one always cooking, but he can barbecue and he always cleans up. So we just make sure we work together so it's not just one of us exhausted by the end of the day. And we also have a small child, so we're also taking care of him while meal prepping. So it can get tough, but it's still enjoyable and it's still a lot of fun. Okay, guys, so this tip I'm about to share with you, I usually do the day before I physically meal prep. And the reason I choose to do it the day before is because sometimes it takes me a little bit longer. So, what I do is I pretty much plan out 4 meals, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And what this does, it just helps me figure out what I'm gonna eat, what I'm feeling to eat, if I'm, don't want to eat any chicken, if I want to do my vegetarian meal at the beginning of the week, or if I want to do it at the end of the week. So it's just a lot easier planning things out. And then once I've planned out my meals, I then write a grocery list of things that I may need. So for example, if you see on my list, it has spinach wraps because I know on Monday I can use the chicken kebabs and make a chicken wrap with it with like avocado dressing and salad on the side for lunch. So this just makes it a lot easier for me to plan because winging it doesn't usually work for me. So this is another tip that just makes meal prepping a lot easier. So my first tip is making sure you have something to eat before you start meal prepping, and also to have something to drink. Today I've made myself coffee because I feel like I need the extra caffeine. However, you can drink whatever you want. If you feel like water, juice, tea, rum and coke, a glass of wine, it doesn't matter. You just want to make sure you are drinking something that will put you in a good mood, because it's so important that when you're cooking, to cook with love and to remain positive, as this process can take a long time or feel like such a drag on some days. FYI, guys, I am not telling you to go and drink your life away before you meal prep. I'm simply saying, pick your favorite drink, whether it's juice or pop. Don't forget everything in moderation. A glass of wine, tea, whatever, water. Just drink something that will put you in a better mood, and give you that energy you need to help you get through your meal prepping. So in this tip, you're going to figure out how you're going to organize all your meals, in a sense of what you're cooking first, what needs to be cut up for later on in the week, if there's any meat that's frozen, if it still needs to be thawed out. So this is what I do. I just put everything out on my counter so I can just kind of figure out what I'm cooking first, what I'm cooking last, what needs to be washed now. Anyone that doesn't cook as often, or doesn't really enjoy cooking,
I would suggest that you put out your seasonings because it's so easy to forget them. I've been cooking for a very long time and I enjoy cooking, and I've cooked all these meals 1,000 times. So I never forget my seasonings, but it is a good help just to put it out on the counter so then you do remember to use it. So once I've washed all my meat, seasoned it, I pretty much plan out what I'm going to use, what I'm going to eat now, what I'm putting away in the fridge or in the freezer, depending on when I'm going to use it. So once I figured all that out, I then end up doing all the dishes. So then my sink isn't filled all the way to the top with dishes. And then once I've finished all the dishes, I will then cut up my veggies that I'll use in the next few days. I don't cook them. I just cut them, put them in a plastic bag, put them inside the fridge, as it's really easy to make a stir fry or just, heat it up on the stove for a little bit with some olive oil. Then I'll make, for tonight, I'm going to make rice and peas and my baked potato. Guys, and my last tip is pretty much putting everything in containers. The reason why you see my containers like this and the way it's set up is because me and my husband both work from home. So we don't need it set up to where I have to have, 3 or 4 days prepared for us to grab the container and go. What I also do that works for us is I label each container with a dry erase marker so we know what's in each container and he knows what's in each container. So we're not searching through trying to figure out, okay, what's in this container, what's in that container. All my salads, I do like this because this is enough salad for me and my husband. So pretty much I do 3 or 4 like this. I usually change this side up, whether it's carrots or tomatoes or all 3, cucumbers, tomato, and carrots. And pretty much I just take a handful of each and put them in a bowl when it's time for us to eat dinner. Also, what you see is some of the veggies I have here cut up. Those veggies I have pre-cut and ready to be used around, I would say Wednesday, possibly Tuesday, depending on what I'm going to make. And pretty much it just makes it so much easier to throw it in the pan and have that side ready for another meal for the end of the week.
I hope you guys enjoy these little tips that I'm sharing. The whole point of this is not to penalize anyone or, say you're doing something right or something wrong. No, that's not what this is about. What it's about is helping you guys make healthier choices. That's all it is. I'm human too. I can't do everything perfect. Nobody can, right? The reality is, though, is that we are trying to make better choices for ourselves to live a happier and healthier life.
All right, guys, do not forget to visit shantiwellness.com. And when you guys scroll down, please subscribe. When you subscribe, you will be able to receive free wellness tips, free giveaways, and you will be the first to be notified when I have promotions and deals on my upcoming products. Also, if you need to contact me, feel free to go to the contact tab, put in your information, and I will get the message sent to me directly, or feel free to email me at shantiwellness@gmail.com.